Okay, I just did a little bit of cleaning in there, fluffed it up, did some pooper scooping. I got some weeds thrown in there, cleaned their sandbox out. And these will be going out to the chicken run kennel this weekend, today or tomorrow. Hopefully, if the neighbor comes, picks up his second batch that's in the kennel run right now, I'm going to start rotating. And then also, I have this brooder ready now. I have my largest heat plate in there right now, which is pretty wide. And just as backup, I don't have it secured enough yet. I just hung it up there for now, just to get it there. That way, they can go underneath there if they want. And then if they come out here where I'm going to have their feed and water, there'll be heat out here. And then at night, I've got the blankets to put over there to help hold the heat in. I mean, it's in the 50s at night, so it's not freezing cold. But they're going to be little, I'm not going to bring them out right away. So probably, I still have a few things to do in here. I do have an extra heat plate if I need it. And then I also got this one cleaned out. So if I should have to use this for rotation, I've got it ready. All I have to do is, set it up. But before I put the chicks in the house in here, when these go out to the kennel, I'm taking all that down in the back, that tablecloth, because they have been pecking at it and pulling the stuffings out of it. And then I'm going to try to get my scenery shower curtains put up back there. And then that'll be ready to go. So he'll come and get a second batch that's in the chicken run kennel. These ones will go out to the chicken run kennel, which is his third batch. The neighbor's fourth batch is in my house right now, which is going to come out here. So he's going to be picking up chicks like every 2 to 3 weeks until he gets, these last 2 batches. Just so that they're old enough to go right outside with his flock until April, when they are donated down to the church. I can't keep them that long. I can only keep them until they get fully feathered and get them acclimated to, being outside, which is more so in the chicken run kennel. So, but I could start utilizing this. So when I hatch my chicks that I'm going to sell, the Rhode Island Reds, if I need extra space, I've got it. But the Whiting True Blues and Cuckoo Marines I have in the house are going to come in here temporarily. Once everything gets moved around, they'll be good in here for a few weeks. And like I said, it'll be easy to clean out. I do not have this connected to the table. I'm still working on, I'm thinking of building shelves in there, which will also help stabilize the legs and stuff too. So I can just shove stuff underneath there that I need. Got to think about that. I got to think about that. But right now I just have a piece of wood screwed on each side, so they're not going to move it anyway. And then I also have to finish the background for here. So what extra pieces I have on here, I could just put there and cover that up. I don't think I'm going to do much with, with the ceiling up there or whatever. I might do something, might get a trim piece of some kind, just a cheap thing, just for cosmetic purposes, and put up along there. I'll have to think about it. But I know this is going to be ready. And I was thinking of painting the floors this summer. And I thought, if I wait long enough and just keep searching around, I might find some linoleum to put in here instead. So I may do that instead, which would make it easier to clean and easier for me to just unroll some linoleum in here. So I've got at least I got the kennels kind of ready. This one I have to work on yet once they're out of here. That shouldn't take me more than 1 day or a few hours. I'm a little slow. And then I still got to work on shelving and stuff like that in here. I have to bring the fan that blows out. I do have a window unit for that. One thing I did find out through the winter time, the dust in here, when you got the door shut, and the windows are shut because it's so cold out, the dust from the shavings and everything gets on everything. Gets on everything. So I got to get some fan circulation going in here. I may take that air conditioner out and do a fan in there, which would help suck out some of the dust from in there. Because I do have a plug-in air conditioner. If I do need it, I could, put that in here in the summertime and turn it on. I have fans for in here, so I think they'll be fine because I'm not going to have them real long in here. This is just until I can get them, out there or get them sold or whatever. So, because I'm not keeping none of these chicks. This is all these. The 4 batches go back to the neighbor, and then I'm done. And I got some goose eggs I'm hatching for them. So hopefully those hatch. Hopefully they're fertile. I don't know, but I'm trying it. And then I'm going to be hatching my own eggs from my own flock. So. Yep, I learned a lot through this process. I sure did. But I'm going to go in and take a break now, and I've got to think about some other miscellaneous stuff I got to get done. The chicks I just got in the mail are, going on a week old. So they're still really, I don't want to bring them out here yet. But I wanted to have it ready. I just have to think about how I'm going to do this. I'm just waiting for the neighbor to come get his chicks in the chicken run before I can do much more. So, I would be getting this all fixed up and party, but it's being occupied right now. Make it too difficult. I put some chick grit in there and I threw some weeds out there. I do cut my weeds up for them. Okay. Everybody better behave in there. And we got the toddlers brooder cleaned out. Got them in the other one that was prepared already. And you have the dirty one outside, ready to clean it. And they're going to go out to the shed this weekend if the neighbor comes and gets the other ones. I was trying to hold off on cleaning the brooder, so I wouldn't have to do it twice. But I don't know when he's going to come get them, so I went ahead and cleaned everything up, and I found a bigger tray to put their feet in. That might help, I don't know. I come in here yesterday when this was at the bottom of my bed, well, the other one, and there was a little opening in this, and I come in here and one of these chicks were walking around in here. Good thing I had the door shut. Yeah, I mean, they'll like back there, see where it's up, and it was by my bed, and it got in there and squeezed right in underneath there. So I'm going to turn this around the other way, because they will squeeze out when they see an opening. I brought their holding pin in. And this is only after 2 days. Yep, pretty nasty. 2 days. This one's going to take me a little longer because I got to do the poopy butts. And then I got to pull everything out of here. I might bring that longer one back in here, get it set up so that when I yank this one out, I can just push the clean one over on this side of the room and be done with it. Yeah, but I think I'm going to take a break right now because I worked out in the shed today, got all that stuff cleaned up, getting that ready for rotations. I got the other brooder cleaned out. Still got the one on the porch dirty I got to clean out and get ready before I get started with you guys. Okay, girls? And boy, I know there's a boy in there. Okay, but they're doing pretty good. I think my, that one and the gray ones are the blue eggers. Yeah, these ones take a little longer because gotta inspect them. Gotta look at their eyeballs, their feet, their bum. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take a break before I get into this, and I may leave them with only one heat plate because they've not really been sleeping under them much. This morning they're in the house. Okay, we got the babies moved over to a nice clean brooder. I wasn't going to butt it up against my bed, but I didn't feel like scooting it back over there. I got the other one outside. The plastic clean, got it shook out. So I think what I'll do is, I'll just sweep and mop again. I'll set that back up again over there where I had this one. Get it ready, because let me tell you what, like I said, the more chicks you have, the more often you got to clean. And I got all the poopy butts. I only had 4 that had to have a bath. So that's pretty good. None of them were really very bad. And I think I might have figured out the freebie. Guess what happens usually, because Murray McMurray Hatchery always throws in a freebie. Well, as I was checking poopy butts and stuff, and they're old enough now to where you can tell, like the pullets have already started growing their tail feathers and stuff. And I started checking their wings, and there's only one in that bunch that I think's a cockerel. Might wait and see. And I think it's one of the blue eggers too. So I may keep him and separate that flock and raise and hatch my own blue eggers. I'll just have to see. And then the little one, I asked the neighbor, and he said he does have a bantam. So that little tiny one that just won't grow, well, it's growing, but not very fast. Still little. It's their size now. So, and it's the same age as these. You see how big those are? He's less than half their size. So, or she. I think it's a pullet. She is. I think she might be a bantam. So that might be why she's so tiny. But they're all doing good. I only gave them 1 heat plate because normally, you know, they're in the bedroom. It's warm in here. I do have that set on brooder. But a lot of times they'll come out and rarely will get underneath those brooders. And there's no, you know, no breezes or anything in here. So, and I got their trays cleaned up, got their feet on here, which I might have to, where it's easy to just to dump it. And they're big enough now to where I put their waterer up on there so they can get in there. And I hose their perch off and got it dried off. They're all under there now. And I put a little extra shavings in here, get a little thicker. That way I can kind of do a little pooper scooping instead of having like to pull the whole thing out. So we'll see. But they're all doing so good. Y'all be going in the shed soon. Maybe next week. I'll have to check the weather. We're done with the freezing temps. But I still need you to be in here a little bit longer. We'll check the temps. But they're doing good. And my goose eggs are doing good. I think the turner's working good because I got them numbered. An X is 1. I put an X on one side, and then I thought I better number them on all 4 sides because that's what somebody else did. So I put 2, 3, 4. So I'm trying to, and then I made me a little sheet with 3 rows, and I put the number down each time for turning it 3 times a day by hand. But this turner, I believe, is working, kind of, sort of, except for some of them don't turn all the way. Because they were on 3, now they're on 2. But it's not time for me to turn them anyway, so if it turns some of them, that's fine. I'm a little nervous, first time doing this. So I got to get me some spritzer bottles. And I was told starting day 5 to spritz them. And do a cool down, you know, put them out here, spritz them really good. Let them set for 5 minutes and get them back in there. Do that once a day. So I don't know, well, there's a, you know, 5 different videos that people do it 5 different ways. So I'm just going for it. And he doesn't know if they're fertile anyways because they're pairs and usually they mate for life. So may or may not be fertile, but we will find out soon. And then these are my eggs from my flock that I'll be hatching to sell. And I didn't even do a full batch. As you see, I got empty. It's all empty in the middle and there. I figured I'd just start with a small batch first until I get rid of some of these other chicks. I don't want to overpopulate myself too much. And I have a bigger incubator coming in to really get started on getting some chicks hatched and sold and raised until they're laying age. Get those sold, so we'll see. And then I've just been a few changes I'm going to make on my cheat sheet to keep track of my goose eggs. Help me remember when to mist, when to cool down for 5 minutes, and then starting to mist go from 10 to 15 minutes, and then lock down, and then the moisture percentage increase. And so I'm trying to keep track of everything. So I'm going to make changes on that at the end. And if it works out, then I'll have something to really go by on the next batch if I get another batch. So we'll see how these go.